Good morning, world. To those of you who have decided to come on these morning manna walks with me, I am Dr. Brenda Bowers. And I'm walking and posting, sharing me with you. Yeah, this is an amazing thing. I just can never walk by without showing the beauty of the nature. But today is August 11th, 2024. We're still in this majestic 8th month in a year that also adds up to 8 being 4 twos, 2024 being 4 twos. That's why it's 8 on the first piece of bread, 8 on the last piece of bread. And what changes is the meat that's in the middle. So today is day 11. And your manna meal, get ready to make your lunch. It is a Sunday morning where I'm at. And I'm going to tell you what it's going to be. So remember, those of you who follow me, what is today? Today is yesterday's tomorrow. That's right. So, where is tomorrow? It's today. When is the future? It is now. Therefore, going back to the future has to be attempting to reattain yesterday. The problem is, then we're destroying our tomorrow because we'll self-destruct today. Because today is always yesterday's tomorrow. All right, enough, Dr. B. Out here in these woods of this beautiful creation that God gave us. Let me quickly just tell you the sandwich you need to make, because I know some of y'all getting ready to go to church service, and some of you getting ready to just turn over, and some of you just ain't got time to be listening to a whole bunch of, but you do want the recipe for the sandwich. So, and I didn't ask you for anything. I didn't ask you to give me nothing for the sandwich, for the ingredients, or for the recipe. So, not because I shouldn't, not because it's not a deserving action on your part. I just have it. So, you're going to help me make this piece of bread. Oh my goodness, there's a monarch. Oh my goodness. Do you see it? Could you see it? Oh, hey, beauty. I don't know if you're able to see it. I got a song about that I have to sing to you all one day. But I got another queen, a co-queen. Her name is Candace, and the song was written for her. Anyway, 8, 11, 8. 11 is a number that represents duality. It's the two ones. It's the tug of war. It's the Cain and Abel. It's the Esau and Jacob. It's the pull of which one is the one. So today, we are going to stop the war between the ones, and we're going to utilize them for the actual power that they represent. The number 11, very powerful number. In fact, it represents what's overdue and what's new. So you're 1-1, overdue and new. So your first piece of bread is your beginning new piece of bread. I want you to spread that Wonder Bread with something that's overdue. Something you should have took care of a long time ago, and you just haven't. And you just need to do it so you can get on to the new. You're stuck in the old because you won't relinquish the overdue to obtain the new. So we're going to spread this beginning new piece of bread with the butter of overdue. And then your manna meal, that meat that we getting ready to put on this lunch sandwich that you making right now with me, you're going to pile it up with new. All of those caloric nutrients that you haven't been able to get to because of the overdue, pile this sandwich up with that. That's your manna meat. And this meal today, in your lunchbox today, is going to be stacked with the meat of new that you have just released because you spread it overdue. And you know where you spread it? You spread it on your piece of bread that represents beginning new. Beginning new, not new beginning. Beginning new. That's how we keep moving into the future, because we have to start by beginning new. So that's the first piece of bread every time. And then the middle, we have to first spread on this day, the 11, we're getting ready to spread the first piece of bread. It's the butter of overdue. It's all the stuff that you've been blaming yourself for, all of the things that nobody can fix but you, all of the anger, all of the projections, all of the emotions, all of the money wasted, time spent, anger held, guilt projected, all that stuff. All the stuff that's overdue, spread it on the back piece of the bread of begin new. And now, this cool thing about 11 is you still got one left, and that's your meat. That's the new. We spread with overdue. Begin new, spread that piece of bread with overdue, pile it with new, because that's the meat, that's the manna, that's the meal, that's the magic, that's the miracle. And now you got another piece of bread. And guess what that is? Yep, new beginning. You know why it's important to make a sandwich and not a closed sandwich and not just open face in this journey you're on with me? Because the new beginning continues to propel us into where we have to get, that thing that we call future, that every time we get to it, it's present, because we live in perpetual perfect present tense, because God does. That's why. So here we are out here. Now we got our sandwich. Last thing that I want to share with you all about 8. I hope you're catching this, just this incredible background. So many beautiful things that I want to show you. I got a little extra friend today. I got a coyote who walked in front of me for a little while. And I told him, I said, I hope you're not the reason that I ain't seen Cottontail in the past couple of days. Now, I know you ain't vegetarian, but now, don't be fooling with my armor bearers. I love it. I love being out here. 64, and there's more in store. Because I remember when I was lifeless and laying on the floor. Hey, glory to God. All right, so 8, 11, 8. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to put in the chat. I'm getting there, y'all. This ain't live, I know, but I'm told you can still put in the chat anyway. I'm learning. But for right now, I know it's not a live chat, but I still want you to put in the chat. I bet you know these things that are 11. What does, because I'm not going to give you the answer because you already have them. But will you put in the chat, what is 111? What does that represent? 211. 311. 411. 511. 611. 711. 811. 911. 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. And sometimes we say 1, 11, 2, 11, 3, 11, 4, 11, 5, 11, 6, 11, 7, 11, 8, 11, 9, 11, 0, or not 11. What do those numbers mean? You see, 11 is a number of trauma, disaster, a cry for help, travesty, in need of support, assistance, information, money, time, emotional strength. You have all of these things, so you dial something 11. But guess what? You expect to be on the other side is the other one. Because that second one is where your help comes from. It's where you get your strength. You're only gonna dial and say and deal with 111, 211, 311, 411, 511, 611, 711, 811, 911, 011, only because of the expectation of what lies on the other side. So I want you to continue to expect what lies on the other side. But don't think you can just jump to the other side and avoid the first of the two in the tug of war, because it is a tug of war that you've already won. You just got to name it and claim it and do it. It's overdue. So get rid of the overdue. Do what you need to do. You do not have to apologize for dialing on 911, 811, 711, 611, 511, 411, 311, 211, 111, 011. You don't have to apologize if that's the need that you have. It's overdue. Just do it. And then embrace that second number one that's waiting to be the rescue, that's waiting to be your healing, that's waiting to be your destiny, that's waiting to be your deliverance, that's waiting to be your joy, that's waiting to be your rest, that's waiting to be the phenomenal you that you are. Remember, it can never make you anything. It just allows you to again remember who you are, and then to embrace the you. But you got to do it by making your own lunch, making your own sandwich, and eating it every day. 8118. Begin new. First one is your overdue. Pile it with the meat of the second one, the new, and then put on top of it your new beginning. And that's your lunch for today. Don't gobble it. In fact, every time you take a bite, chew it at least 33 times. Give Jesus a year. I don't care how small it is. Chew it 33 times. And let me tell you, your digestive system is going to say, thank you. A lot of things happen with 11, but that's what I'm sharing with you today. Thanks, world, for hanging out with me. It's your queen, Dr. Brenda Bowers, and I'm talking to the innermost, to the outermost, always to the uttermost, never to the guttermost world. Keep praying for me. Keep shouting out positivity, because the queen needs it. Until soon. And guess what? Why is it only until soon? Because when I see you tomorrow, it's going to be today. Because today is always yesterday's tomorrow. Until soon. Agape and shalom.